Whatever that's on your mind, let's talk it out. Ooh, we have time. Let's talk it out. Ooh, let's talk it out. Let's talk it out. Let's talk it out. Let's talk it out.
Hey, and we are back with another exciting, great episode of Talk It Out. And man, I am excited today. I've been waiting for this for a long time, man. Long time to get this guy, our new guest coming up this evening. The boss, I can't forget to everyone know, the queen is in the building. The queen of Canada, the boss. And now I'm just excited. This is like a brother. He like a brother to me. But he's doing this thing. I'm proud of him. Doing it real heavy out here in the States. And he has an incredible story to tell of what he's gone through and been through to get here. And I said, man, I just gotta have you on the show. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce to the world, for those of you that may not know who he is, Mr. Carter the Great. What's going on, Carter?
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Thank you. I'll be here all week. How you doing, Phil?
I am great, my brother. How you doing, man?
Oh, man, I'm holding on like a hubcap in the fast lane, sir.
Yes, sir. It is great to see you.
Boss.
Yeah.
How you doing, boss?
I'm very good, thank you.
That's great. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Chill.
You didn't come in.
You gotta say hello to the lady in the room.
Hey, you gotta give respect and honor to the boss,
Thank you for that.
No doubt.
That's right. Good move, Carter. Check. Yeah, that's right.
I'm my mama's son, man. Ain't nothing I can do about it.
That's right. So, man, I don't know where to start, man. I'm just excited to have you on the show. And I'm really excited for you to be able to tell your story, right, so that the world can not only, see not only what you've been through to get here, but man, it's so inspiring, because it's something that a lot of people, go through, and it's something that a lot of people strive for. And, you actually, are a perfect example of determination and discipline and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So, I wanted to bring you in and let you talk to the world about Carter the Great. What is Carter the Great? What has he got going on? How'd you get the name? Where you from? And tell us about you and tell us the story, man. Tell us the story. We want to know. So with that being said, you got the flow.
Well, again, thank you guys for having me. Chill, me and you got a little history. Kind of like a brotherly thing, you know what I mean? So this conversation is going to be a little different than everybody else's that I've had in the last 2-3 months. I guess the best way to start off is the name. I used to actually have my own online radio show some years back, and it was kind of popular locally. So they used to call me Quarter Key, right? So after a little time went by, I decided to change the name to the Great. Now, when I say I decided, that's really not true. The fans kind of decided that. So when I did the radio show, that's what they called me. They called me the Great Quarter. So it just kind of stuck, right? And if you know anything about, can I curse?
Not really.
Late.
Okay,
It's
well,
late.
okay, I won't. I'm just making sure because you don't have a foul mouth.
I mean, we allow a little bit in the videos, but nah, we don't want to start allowing no cussing on here,
No,
man.
that's cool. That's cool. So the name Quarter Key, it came from like some street stuff. If you know anything about street stuff, you know what a quarter key is, right? And the science to changing the name it's just the true story. My partner back in the day, his daughter asked me what a quarter key was. What did you
I
mean?
was gonna ask you.
Huh?
I was gonna ask you what that was.
You don't know what a quarter key is?
No.
All right, so
You know something, Joe?
okay, so
All right.
I'm trying to think of the most PG-13 way to. Have you ever seen New Jack City?
Yeah,
You know what Nino Brown did for a living, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so Nino Brown would have a lot of quarter keys. Quarter key is a quarter of a kilo.
Okay. I got it.
You with me? Okay.
I got it.
So, but it's funny because the name had nothing to do with drugs. A while back, a guy by the name of Mr. Mike came to the record stop and where I'm from. And when I got out the car, everybody was coming to, meet him or whatever. And when I got out, I had on a full cream jumpsuit. And when I got out, my partner, my cousin Dwight, he was like, "Man, you walking up looking like a big quarter key." So, it just kind of stuck. But they used to call me B.I.G. Sean, right? So the name just kind of stuck. I moved to Memphis, and I guess that's kind of where the name became Legend, because I recorded a lot of music with a lot of, different guys in Memphis. I did music with Skinny Pimp, the Give Me Some crew. I was intertwined with like 3-6 Mafia and people like that, just from being in Memphis. It was, the community was kind of small in Memphis. So, but that's where the name comes from.
Okay.
And then, like I say, we flipped it to the great via the radio show. My story. I guess the biggest thing that people hang on to is probably a little under 4.5, maybe 5 years ago, I weighed close to 700 pounds. And I went from, to be exact, 637. Within 3.5 years, I dropped from 637 to 305 pounds, all natural. And then, per COVID, and then I got sick. I had a pulmonary embolism that almost claimed my life. I then had COVID, so I actually put on some more weight. But, we're going through the process of recutting it off now. So I went from 637 to 305 back up to 385, which was tough. But at the same time, it showed people that I'm human, because there was a lot of chatter. Like, he had to have a surgery, or this can't be chill. You watched it. Like, I literally went down a pant size or two every couple of weeks. I couldn't even buy clothes. So that's kind of how my thing went. So in that process, I dropped an album in 2018 called Seasons, and it's available on all platforms. Y'all can go check that out. Actually, Seasons and Clear. I dropped 2 projects within 2 weeks of each other, and that was back in 2018. But then I stopped. I focused 100% on health and changing my body. That was the idea. Crazy story. So January 2016, I went to a New Year's party at my sister's house, and I had on this custom-made shirt by my boy Ace, and it was an On Chief shirt, and on the back it had my rap name. So I come in, and my brother like, "Hey, bro, I know you don't like taking pictures, but it's pretty dope. Can I take a picture of your back?" That's cool. I'm feeling myself. I'm drinking. I'm just partying or whatever. So the next day, my brother sent me that picture, and for the first time in my life, I actually seen myself. As crazy as it might sound, all of these years, it took me all of these years to actually see the error in my ways, I guess, for lack of better words. So I can't say I started immediately. I went into a complete depression state. I told my brother, I'm like, hey, I said, man, am I that big, or is that just the camera? He was like, man, I'm glad you said that. Yes, bro. And it's getting out of control. So I basically shut my life down, man. The whole month of January, I ate once a day. I didn't talk to anybody. You know, I had one or two people I talked to on a regular basis, but I completely shut myself off from the world because, again, I'm starting to see the weight and I'm starting to feel it as well. So I make it through January. I get to February. At this time in February, I'm conversing with a young lady, and I'm asking her, I'm like, hey, why won't you? We text each other, we talk to each other 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Why won't you date me? You're one of the best men that I've ever met. If you were in a different body, I'd marry you. Completely blew my mind. I had never heard anything like this before because, of course, I was used to being quarter key or quarter to grade and extremely popular, and everybody wanted to be around me. So this was new for me, and it blew my mind. Right. So February 23rd, 2016, I go and pick my daughter up from school, and when she gets in the car, she's bawling, crying, and I'm like, I'm a dad, so I'm instantly. This pretty little girl sitting here bawling her eyes out. I'm a dad, so instantly I go into dad mode. And I'm like, so, what's going on? What's wrong? And she said, Dad, can you die? I said, huh? She was like, from the way we eat, can you die? Now, the reason why she said we is I would pick them up every Friday from school and I take them to whatever restaurant they wanted to go to. That was our quality time or what have you. So I said, yeah. I said, why do you ask me that though? Like, why are you crying? She was like, because we had a health day at school, Dad, and the mannequin was your size. Now, I don't know if you guys remember school, right? But back in in school, they have these mannequins where they show all of the different arteries and the way it clogs the arteries and everything. And basically, she was looking at the mannequin like the mannequin is my dad's size, so it freaked her out. So long story short, we instead of going out to eat the bad restaurant, she was like, Dad, we're gonna go to Subway and you're gonna be like Jerry, right? Those were exact words. So I engulfed myself in exercise, and that's all I really did, man. I didn't want to do any music. Chill, it. When I ran into Chill, I met Chill. There was a contest. I forgot it was at Fat Man's, right, Chill?
Yeah. It was actually it was the grassroots, wasn't it?
No. I wasn't at the grassroots thing. When I first met you, it was when KO won the contest.
Oh yeah. At the spot. Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know it was a competition.
I remember.
Yeah, it was an artist by the name of Trap Sinatra, and I had did a song with him, right? So he hit me up like last minute, like, "Hey, bro, I'm in this showcase. Can you come up and do your verse?" So I'm like, "Yeah, I ain't doing nothing." So I, threw some clothes on, came up, and I did a verse with him. And Chill pulled me to the side. And he was like, "Hey," he was like, "Why are you not in the contest?" I'm like, "Hey, I didn't know it was a contest." And he was like, "Well, do you got any more music that you can?" Can you perform something of your own? And I'm like, I didn't come prepared, but shout out to DJ Double L. He just so happened to have one of my songs in the system. So I performed the song, and Chill was like, "Hey man, like you are special," So we had a pretty dope conversation, and that turned into one person actually winning the trip to South by Southwest, which is KO. Shout out to KO, who also ended up getting a Rap-A-Lot situation, via Chill in that situation. So that was pretty dope. But what I took away from it was a relationship with Chill. And that just kind of started a thing. I'm a chef. Chill knows that. They used to come down to the restaurant where I used to chef at. And, we used to just, it was never really about music with me. I'm not that guy, I like to build a solid relationship with the person. And then we kind of, if music happens, it happens. But I'd much rather have you as an ally or partner in crime versus, what the masses want to be cool with you for. So that's kind of how our thing went. Y'all can stop me at any time, because if you know me, I'll ramble on and I'll just keep going and keep going.
Oh, no, we all good, bro. Hey, but you know what? I am going to have to stop you because I got to pay some bills. So, so on that note, that's why the boss looking like, So on that note, right. On that note, we're going to go ahead, man, and pay some bills, and we will be right back with more Quarter to Great and talk it out.
Looking for a TV show that brings you a raw, uncut, unbiased opinion? What about a show providing a platform to tell us about your business or talent? Tune in to Talk It Out, Monday through Friday, hosted by Chill of Come Clean Empire and his co-host, D-Boss, where we bring you not just a TV show, but a TV experience.
Welcome to Real Life Matters. I'm your host, D-Boss. Real Life Matters is a power-packed, inspired program that brings you real people with real matters. If you are a company, brand, or artist, we will take you to the next level. Watch Real Life Matters Monday to Friday right here.
The first law on sexual intercourse between men is recorded in Leviticus. It was first legislated in the Middle Assyrian law codes, in early Germany, and also in Rome. When the Roman Empire came under Christian rule, all male homosexual activity was increasingly oppressed.
If you are practicing homosexuality, you want, that's your lifestyle you're chosen, you would not cannot become a member of these Pentecostal churches.
I know. You wasn't in
man, I saw Corner's face.
Hey, I'm sitting up here like.
Okay. All right, man.
You're paying the money, so.
I didn't know what to think.
This is gonna be one of them episodes, man.
Hey, boy, listen. I was completely thrown off. I'm like, what the? I was thrown off.
Oh, man. So, all right, Quarter, tell us a little bit, man, about your musical background and experience and what you got going on now and this new single you got.
All right, man. I've been doing music basically forever, man. Since I was a kid, I started off writing poetry, performing in front of my mom, them, Michael Jackson, stuff like that. So I guess I was just always an entertainer at heart. Class clown, I was a comedian, when people wanted love letters written for their girlfriends, I would write them, you know what I mean? So I was just like, with anything that had to do with a pen, I was nice with.
Okay.
So I started early, man. At the time when I first started, it wasn't really a lot of people in my area doing hip hop. Like the older guys had kind of gave it up. They figured it was a dream that wasn't, attainable. So it was a void for some years actually before, I was younger and I started coming up and started doing music. And then, as time went on, we just kind of, and I say we, I always say we because I got a crew, me Fresh, Block, Freddie Free, RIP, Kickstand, J5 the Fly Guys. So, when I say we've been doing this for a very long time. I've traveled state to state. I've done music in California, New York, Memphis, Mississippi, Carolina, Virginia. I've done a lot of traveling, just really chasing the dream, right? So, you know, I like I said, I was on Skinny Pimp's Nationwide album, 2000 Rap Dope Game. I also did some writing, and I was on Lil Jen's album, Blocking My Shine. And you know, I just stayed consistent, I guess. I never let time beat me, right? I think that's like the biggest misconception is once you get a certain age, you have to stop rapping, right? That's not true. You can't put and I always tell Chill this, you can't put an age on a hit record, right? But one of the first things Chill said to me when I actually called in, and he didn't even say it directly to me. I called in and they were on one of the conference calls. And I heard Chill talking, and my boy Shine, he was like, "That's Chill right there." And, you know, he has the distinct voice, so you can hear him talking, man. And you know, he said, "Man, all the OGs." So he went on to say, the OGs need to kind of take a seat, you know, take a step back, and stop being so worried about downing the new generation because they're focusing on the wrong thing. They should be focusing on creating the future, right? So I took that, and I kind of took that as my own thing. So when I create music, I don't create music for, you know, I don't do what's popular. You know what I mean? I steer away from that. My single Black Skin is a beautiful piece of artwork that basically puts melanin skin and black skin on a pedestal, right? But at the same time, it's a fun record. But at the same time, if you really listen, there's a lesson in it all. The way the record came about was, you know, me and my boy Ronzel, you know, me, Bad, and Ronzel, we used to, you know, Zell hit me one day and he like, "Hey man, I heard your song 13 Seconds. That's a song that I did about all of the social injustices going on." And I just threw it out there. It was actually the first song I had recorded since 2018, right? So I threw that out there, and Ronzel hit me up. And he's like, "Hey, man, you know, I heard the 13 Seconds record. This is the time right now." You know, it was after the George Floyd thing. So he was like, "This is the time. Let's work on a project together. Let's do an EP. Extremely political EP. Let's talk about what's going on right now. Let's jump in that vein and stay." So we did that. The first single was supposed to be a song called Public Enemy Number One. And on Public Enemy Number One, it's one of those, it is what it is. It is what it sounds like, Public Enemy Number One. Like the first line, I say, "Black love, black lives, black on black crime, blue on black crime, quarter enemy of the public, oh yes, it's that guy. Malcolm at best, Huey at worst. So pardon all the hate in this verse. Guilty as charged, guilty as black, white is innocent, facts. I'm dark if murder is black. Which Dr. King would have snapped. Imagine that. F a dream, I had a vision. One day we rose up and killed everything, like Rise and killed off his dream. Imagine mobbing on Selma instead of marching on it." So it was, you know, pushing the envelope, talking about what's going on right now versus, you know, a whole bunch of poppy dancing. Like, I party, I kick it, I love women. You know what I'm saying? I could rap about that, but I feel responsible as a true MC and as a true ambassador for hip hop that I have to talk about what's going on right now. I have to make music for the time, like Marvin Gaye and, you know what I mean, Tupac, and, you know, people that really made music for the time. So when you look back on these records 2-3 years from now, you'll say, "Oh yeah, he recorded that back when, you know, Jacob Blake, the whole Jacob Blake thing happened, or you know, the whole George Floyd thing happened." So again, I just felt like it was my responsibility to make those type of records. And again, it goes back to what Chill said, create the future. I think this is very important for hip hop right now. We need this type of music right now. If we don't have it, we don't really have anything. There's no thumbnail, nothing for us to look back to.
So you've been having some, you know, quite a bit of success as of lately with some placements and all sorts of stuff like that. Tell everybody a little bit about that before we get into your video.
Well, I got blessed. I'm If you guys don't know, you can Google her. Her name is Molly Hunter. Molly Hunter runs Stonewood Music. Stonewood Music is based out of Atlanta, and Molly is a very, very, very influential person in just music alone in Atlanta. Molly also just so happened to be my cousin, right? But we didn't know this. I was, me, my brother, and my sister were basically the kids that nobody were supposed to know about. So my dad had 3 kids out of wedlock, and all of us are pretty much the same age. So Ronzel, the guy I was telling you about, the producer, once I called him one day, I'm like, hey, Public Enemy #1 is not the record. He was like, really? I said, nah. I said, I think it's Black Skin. I said, I had an epiphany, and Black Skin is the record. He was like, you sure? I said, 100%. The next day, I get a call from Stephanie, who's my manager, who is Melissa's sister, right? She was like, hey, you my cousin? I'm like, I guess, like, yeah. So we talked, we built a relationship, a bond, kind of like me and you, Chill. It wasn't really about music with me. It never is. If it happens, it happens because I know, what I'm good at, right? So she, me and her, we build, and she says, one day she called me, she said, I'm gonna help you. She said, I listen to your music and you're dope. I'm gonna help you. I got a situation. So the first opportunity came, I dropped the Black Skin single on December 12th. And then I got that situation a week later. And then January 1st, we get an email telling me that one of my songs had been picked to play in the Wendy Williams movie, the one that just aired on Lifetime. So halfway through the movie, like one of the most pivotal parts of her career, actually, when she was first on the radio station that made her popular, when she broke the news about what's the name of the group? The Milli Vanilli. When she broke the news about Milli Vanilli, the song that they were playing before she broke that news was my song. And that kind of started everything, right? After that, Hip Hop Weekly did a write-up on me. AllHipHop.com dubbed Black Skin the Black History Month anthem. Hip Hop United, they did a write-up on me. So it was just a lot of people that heard the record and they heard my story and they bought in. And I hate to say bought in because it's real. It's not, this is really who I am. So some time goes past. I'm doing interviews. I shot to Atlanta to perform at Char Bates, one of her healing gatherings. So all of these people, if you Google them, they're pretty important people. Char Bates is an activist. She's pretty dope. So she had me come out. I performed there. And that turned into a situation where we get a call and say, hey, can you guys send a clean version of Black Skin along with, this and that? We think we may be able to get it on BET. And me, I'm like, BS. You know what I mean? It's out of nowhere. But my manager, like, hey, everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. So we sent all the information over. And 2 weeks ago, my video aired on BET Jams. It's pretty dope. And we're getting pretty good reviews on it as well. So as of right now, I write for the Retina Agency. And what we do is we write for TV. I actually just submitted something. I don't know if I can say it, but I actually just submitted something for Godfather of Harlem season 2. I just submitted a song for the soundtrack to that. So it's a lot of stuff going on, man. But I'm doing TV now. Like I didn't, we never thought TV, right, Chip? But writing for TV now.
Yeah, that's hot. That is hot. Well, okay, so before I play, your single, Black Skin, tell everybody a little bit about your thought process into creating the record.
Well, the album I'm working on right now is called RAP. RAP is an acronym, Rhythmic American Poetry. Shout out to DOC. American is spelled with 3 Ks for a reason. Again, the thought process has and will always be pushing the envelope, letting my daughters and my nieces and my nephews understand how beautiful their black skin is. Wear it with pride. Wear your melanin with pride. I have a record, another record I dropped called Melanin Love. And, Jay-Z said in an interview like 5 or 6 years ago, what's missing in hip hop is love, right? So you're going to get a little love. You're going to get honesty. I wear it like, I talk about the reason why I started writing was I had to have therapy when I was younger. I'm just an open book. I'm transparent. I want the people to be able to see through me, and because I want them to relate. Because I couldn't listen to hip hop if I didn't relate, and that was the upside to me. Because if I can't relate to you, I can't listen. I'm not that guy. So that's the type of music that I want to put out there. I want to put relatable music out there. I want to put music out there for my brothers and sisters, to look at it and say, hey, you know what? This guy's older. He got his, if I told you guys my age, you probably wouldn't believe it. You know what I mean? But the fact that I am my age and I just got my big break, right? Never give up.
Okay. All right. So the boss, do you have any other quick questions for Quarter?
Any questions?
Because I know I've been thinking over. I said, man, let me talk to the boss, man. Well, you got any questions for him real quick before we hit the video?
Or do you want me to wait till after you do the video?
Well, you know how we do it. You want to wait till after the video? We can do that.
Yeah, let's just see the video first.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead, man, and go into this video. Black Skin. Man, it's a great video. I love it. So yeah, let's go on here, man.
Hold on, make sure you let people know Black Skin was shot by Eli Snap. He's out of Dallas, man. He's extremely dope. It was fully shot in North Chicago, Waukegan, Zion. Y'all check it out, man. Produced by Ronzel.
All right, so y'all ready? Here we go.
Let's go.
The world debut of Black Skin. Let's go. I am not going out like that. We going from the beginning.
That's how the whole thing went down, man. Yeah, that's crazy. You have to be there. Check. Look. My life as a black man. When I woke up like this to hit this. Nah, let me get that one more time. Hold up, right? Look, okay, we black as blackberries, black walls of black burners. I'm black ice, black Tina, the black Turner. My black's real, no faking it, no flaunting. A black queen who felt ugly, that's black problem. She melanated, yet she feel unappreciated. And my black pride can't see through the fact that she hates us. And I'm black skin, I'm black this and black that. She met a white boy who votes white but fucks black, and that's some white shit. Now she loves his white women. When he fuck her, wonder if he say take it, you black. In his head though, like he master, and she a slang. That's some black shit that I even think this way. It's really never burns and never fades. It creates in the melanated way. Back when they had a shackled, they enslaved us. It's really never burns and never fades. It creates in the melanated way. Back when they had a shackled, they enslaved us. Look, I'm blacker than Samuel. I'm blacker than Dave Chappelle. I'm blacker than Mr. Moody. I'm blacker than Rudy Movie. I'm blacker than Black as King. Way down in the jungle D. I'm black as Hollywood Shuffle. I'm black as my Uncle Russell. Excuse me, love, if I hurt you. I'm black and my love is perfect. My poppy died of blood clot. Nana, she died of cancer. CT is diabetic and she's unapologetic. Love her chitlins with some mustard. Hot sauce all on her chicken. That's some black shit. Ramen noodles out the microwave. That's some black shit. Start at 6, but I get there at 8. That's some black shit. Black is love is power. Black is rain. Black is soul. Black is prey. Black is domino display. It's really never burns and never fades. It creates in the melanated way. Back when they had a shackled, they enslaved us. It's really never burns and never fades. It creates an eliminated wave. Back when they had a shackle, they enslaved us. It's really never burns and never fades. Everything that they say is black is bad, right? So when they kicked the door in and they gunned Breonna Taylor down, that was some black shit. What I mean when I say that is, it only happened to us. So to them, that's some black shit. But me, I'm black as Kool-Aid. I'm black as the shade in the summertime. I'm black as Mississippi, Memphis, and Alabama all rolled up in one. That's how black I am. My black skin. That's it. Black skin. All right. Black skin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That record was hot. Once again, black skin. Okay, the boss. Okay, y'all. I am about to pass it on to the boss, man. The boss, go ahead and holler at Quarter, man.
Well, Porter, I've seen you had to work through a lot. To get where you're at, you had to work through a lot of self-confident issues because, you said of your weight, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what can you tell people out there that are in this industry and maybe their weight is a bit of a struggle and it stops you from a little bit of hurdling for you to do what you had to do, but you came through. So what advice could you give people for that?
Well, own it, right? Own it, but don't get comfortable in it. One thing that I did was being a big guy, I was always extremely popular, right? So I never really had that wanting to fit in problem, you know what I mean? But it doesn't get any realer. I hid behind the persona, right? So in front of everybody, you see me, I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm confident, but deep down inside, it's like, why are they really here? What do they call it? Not survivor's remorse. What is it called? When you look at yourself as one thing, but deep down inside, you ask yourself, like, am I really this person? You know what I mean? So I guess the smarter thing to do would be to embrace it, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, don't get too comfortable in it. Because if you're I got lucky, right? I was over 600 pounds. I didn't have diabetes scares. My blood pressure was always cool, sugar levels. I got lucky, man. I mean, I'm blessed. I'm not going to even say lucky. I'm blessed, right? But you have to make that decision on your own. That's the number one thing. I can't talk you into it. You can't look at my story and say, oh, well, he did it, I can do it. You have to make the decision on your own. What I didn't tell you guys was the day before I went and started exercising, I sat in the mirror completely naked. TMI, but I don't care. I sat in the mirror completely naked, and I basically talked to myself in a way that no one else would ever be able to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
I started to feel bad for myself, right? And once I started feeling bad for myself, I told myself, I'm like, bro, that's not you. You know what I mean? You are Quarter the Great. You are Big Sean, so, own it. So, I went to the gym. I had on my NWA shirt. I took a picture and I shared it on Facebook, and it kind of just went hood viral. And everybody inboxing me, keep going, inspiration, keep going. So I just kept going, man. And a year in, I dropped 117 pounds the first year. And I completely changed my diet. No white, nothing white, no pasta, no rice, no bread. I cut sugar, no juice, no soda. It was tough, man. But the one thing my grandfather told me is anything you do for 21 days straight, on the 22nd day, it becomes habit. So I made a habit of waking up at 5 a.m., Soon as I wake up, I would reach over, grab a bottle of water, get up, and walk to the gym. I did that every day for 22 days.
So I take it as a person of your size, I guess people were intimidated. You intimidated a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Because they didn't want you to tell that no one could tell you nothing like that because you already knew you're big. You come and tell me something, poof, you know what I mean? So a lot of people go through that. And then I guess when you lost the weight now, did you find that people you're approaching you a little bit differently or?
Yes. In a lot of different ways, man. I put on a lot of muscle mass. You know what I mean? So it's, I'm not the, I'm not the one you're gonna pick out. Like if you're in a room full of people and a lot of people like to pick on the fat guy. Well, I'm still kind of chunky, but I'm bench pressing a little over 300 pounds. So you know what I mean? But again, when you're big in size, right? And you're also big in popularity or big in character, that's intimidating in itself. Like, I do music. I'm like 10, 11 years. A lot of these artists out here singing, yet I'm still part of the conversation. And I've always been part of the conversation because, like my brother Chill say, I've always believed on creating the future. I never wanted to be like everybody else. I wanted to have my own lane. So
because a part of you is because maybe that's how you built your career on was that size.
Yep.
So now people have to learn how to deal with you now being this size.
Right.
So, and you even have to deal with them accepting you in this size. So
at first it was weird, man. At first it was weird because even my buddies was like, man, even the the grade of women, like everything changes when you drop big fellas. I'm talking New York. If you a big guy, I'm trying to tell you, drop the weight, bro. It can take, I'm telling you, if you do it right, follow me on Instagram and I got you. Inbox me. Quarter the Great on Instagram, THA. And I will give you the game. But I'm telling you, big fellas, your love life changes. Your sex life changes. I'm being honest. Your sex life changes. You will take the stairs instead of the elevator with pleasure, right? The women that are attracted to you, that changes. Everything changes, bro.
Okay.
Getting up out the bed in the morning changes. Using the bathroom changes.
Oh God.
So, without having to envision that, right? I
want to ask him about a season thing.
First of all, Quarter, I need you to spit out your social medias and stuff before we go to this quick break. We have to go to a break. So I want you to spit out your social medias real quick.
Well, it's all the same. A wise man told me when you're doing music, you want everything to be the same. So Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, it's all Quarter the Great. Quarter, standard spelling, just like 25 cent, THA instead of E, Great. At Quarter the Great on all of those sites. The only one that's different is Facebook, of course, because somebody hated on me, so they made me change it to my government name, which is cool. But if you want to follow me on Facebook, it's Chandris LaVar, LAVAR. And that over. And, hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel too. I need y'all. Please.
That's right. That's right. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back to go on with our second half real quick of our show. And Quarter, you are about to have some fun. So we'll be right back with more Talking Out and Quarter the Great.
And welcome to 2 Minute Drill. Each contestant will get 2 minutes to pitch. Then they will answer one question and get feedback from our other featured judges.
Look, I really want to be able to support people like you with your background, especially in an area like this. This is sort of a niche need, but it's a big need and it's clearly underserved. So I really appreciate what you're doing.
I'm Kirsten and I invented the Frobo. I like to make things and I like to solve problems. I like to make jewelry. I live here with my mom, my dad, my brother Graham, and my dog Kirby. Kirby loves to play with the Frobo. I was 10 when I came up with the idea in 5th grade. I love playing with Frisbees, but I kind of get bored.
How's it going?
A little tired, but
You're always working. You're always doing your thing.
Listen, you have no choice. Have no choice. I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you. This is actually one of the shirts we do. So we're not only doing trading cards and comic books, we actually take some of the people we do the trading cards on, and we make T-shirts out of them.
Right.
This one right here, this is Kelvin Watson. He was director of the library here, the Broward County Library System. So he was the director of library.
All right, and we are back. Now we have now come to a version of our show where we play a game, and the game is called.
I'm excited about this too, man.
Yeah. The game is called Guess.
You know the game?
Called Guess. Now, the object is I'm going to read you a few things, and you have to guess who, what, when, where, why, what it is. Okay,
let's do it.
If you guess the correct answer, your name shall be placed on this spinning board, this little board here, that we spin. And every Friday, we come and we pick the winner, whoever that lands on. Okay, the winner will then receive a cash app from us, courtesy of D-Boss.
No.
Okay? All right, courtesy of D-Boss and Chill.
I'm in there by the both of us.
Right, courtesy of D-Boss and Chill. So with that being said, because today is actually the day that we're going to be spinning the wheel. So it's a double quandra for you. So I'm going to ask you a few questions to get your chance to get yourself on the wheel. Then we're going to spin it and have our win.
Hopefully I win.
There you go. Hopefully you do. So, with that being said, pick the card. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
All right. So, this is who. Okay. Astonishingly, I once lit 200 light bulbs wirelessly from a power source 26 miles away. I created an earthquake machine that actually worked. Nope. I visualized all the schematics for my inventions entirely in my head without ever writing them down.
Albert Einstein.
No. I am often described as a mad scientist. I was part of the War of the Currents. I was bitter rivals with Thomas Edison.
Tupac.
No. He wasn't a rival with Thomas Edison.
Oh, my bad.
Once again, astonishingly, I once lit 200 light bulbs wireless from a power source 26 miles away. I created an earthquake machine that actually worked. I was part of the War of Currents. I was bitter rivals with Thomas Edison. I'm often described as a mad scientist. I visualized all the schematics for my inventions entirely in my head without ever writing them down. Who am I? You have 30 seconds. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. You give up?
Tesla, somebody.
You give up?
Yeah, I give up. What's the dude name?
Okay.
On the string?
Okay. So since you give up, it goes back to the thing. The boss, you said it. Nicholas Tesla.
Really?
Yes.
You know what? I knew that.
All right. So next time,
listen, I knew that.
Next time, say it.
I just found that out maybe a week or two ago. My boy Block is telling me that.
Okay. So tell me to stop.
I mean, if that question, if all of them anything like that,
tell me to stop. Tell me to stop. Never give up. Remember? Never give up. You said it. All right. This is a what? I'm the largest non-food crop in the world. The man who introduced me to Europe was imprisoned for his sinful habits.
Weed.
No. I'm the world's most smuggled legal good.
Tobacco.
Bam! Congratulations! Yay! You got it right. You got it right.
You almost said weed, but that's not legal by you guys.
But I suppose you're supposed to wait till the end of the questions, but you got it right anyway. Congratulations. Dee Dee, yay!
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Sound effects. But okay, so you get one more. All right? You get one more here. And all right, I was gonna give this question to you, but I'm gonna sit up here and shuffle it out and let you decide which one. Okay. And it ended up being the question I was gonna ask you anyway. You went right to it. All right. Who am I? All right.
Shoot.
Oh, you should know this one. And answer it when I'm done. Okay. My name is Steve Austin. I can run 60 miles per hour. I have 20.1 vision. I am a cyborg. They can rebuild me. They have the technology. I was played by Lee Majors. Once again, my name is Steve Austin. I can run 60 miles per hour.
Oh.
20.1 vision.
I know the answer.
They can rebuild me. They have the technology. Was played by Lee Majors.
It's actually one of my favorite shows of all time.
Okay.
The $6 Million Man.
Yay! Congratulations. So that means that you got on the board twice, right? So since you got on the board twice, I'm gonna.
What dance am I doing?
Quarter.
Chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna put quarter here. All right. So we're gonna spin the wheel, right? Today is the day we spin the wheel, and everybody can witness the whole thing. Now, this here is a list of all the people that have won this past week. So, without any further ado, let us spin the wheel.
I feel like I'm playing Wheel of Fortune.
And we landed on quarter.
What?
Look, he landed on quarter.
Oh my God! That's what people are gonna tell you then, eh?
Oh my God!
We watched him spin.
Yeah, you watched me spin.
Victoria.
I literally did it right in front of the camera. Wow!
I know, boss. The boss.
Yeah.
I'll take my Cash App in small bills, please.
So, quarter, Cash App will be sent to you.
Dude, if you send me $1, I'm sending it back.
Hey, well, I never know how much, right? It could be anywhere from 50 cents to $5,000.
Well, we know what it's not going to be.
So
we know what it's not going to be.
So, Carter, I will be sending your Cash App to you. I don't believe this. The man actually won out of all these people on this wheel. And I spun spun it though. I spun it fair and square.
In
And
the
he
words
won.
of the great DJ Khaled, all we do is win, 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 no matter what.
Oh, quarter, man. Oh, quarter. Oh, my God. And it stayed there. Right. This is epic. For the first time, the game has been played for Spin the Wheel. Quarter to Great is our first winner. This is historic, people. And you know it wasn't rigged because you saw me spin the wheel. I spun it freely. So there we have it. Quarter, do you have any shout outs or anything to give to the people? All of that before, we let you go and marvel upon your dancing skills?
Yes, first and foremost, I'd like to say shout out to this blue shirt because it's popping with my ring light. All right, so this is how I go, man. Shout out to the whole crew. My manager Stephanie, she's super dope. My cameraman Eli, my producer Bad Ronzel, the big boss lady Melissa Molly Hunter, the whole Stonewood crew, Chloe, Nikki, Franco, the whole crew, man. Santana, Ferrari, Trophy, the whole crew, man. Big shout out to Trophy Boy too. But yeah, man, shout out to my other crew, Fresh, Kig, Stan the Fifth Man, Block Life, Freddie Free, RIP. I don't know, man. Shout out to me, man.
All right. That's right. Now, shout out to Quarter.
I have to hit y'all with my B-boy stand.
Right. And we really appreciate you coming through, Quarter.
Oh, no, thank you guys for having me, man.
Yes, sir. I'm blessing you with the video and everything. And hey, shout out to everybody out there in TV land. And I hope that you all are enjoying your evening. And Quarter, you have now officially been talked out.
That was cool.
That. So, without any further ado,
I was about to say cussed out. You have officially been.
I guess you don't have to go far to give him that money because he's in the same town.
Yeah. You know what, Quarter? Give me your Cash App.
Yeah, this is my Cash App for everybody who wants to know. It is $Shondus. That's SHAUNDUS LaVar. LAVAR.
All right, Quarter. You will be receiving your Cash App within the next 24 hours. I'm just messing with you. You'll be getting it quickly. So, without that being said, hey, make sure you tune in next week. Because by today being Friday, we're not going to come on tomorrow on Saturday. So, tune in Monday next week for the great episode of Talk It Out.
Talk It Out.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy Quarter the Great Man. Rocket, thank you all for having me. The boss, my boy Chili Chill.
That's what we own, brother.
Appreciate y'all.
Peace.